Hello and welcome to the Hindus YouTube channel and another episode of Talking Politics with me, Nistula Hebbar, where I help you navigate through the biggest headlines in domestic politics in India. And this week was again a very, very busy one. I keep saying that this is a large country, something or the other keeps happening, and that makes politics in this country extremely exciting to cover. Well, this was the week where the Congress-led government, Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu's government in Himachal Pradesh, has hit a big crisis. This was because during the Rajya Sabha polls, where seats from Himachal, Karnataka and UP went into contest because the other 50 odd seats went without contest, uncontested. Nominees from parties were elected according to assembly strengths. These three states were where there was a contest, and in Himachal Pradesh, the results have been pretty dire for the Congress. They lost the seat, which they should have won very comfortably, reflecting the comfortable majority they have in the assembly. But Abhishek Manu Singhvi lost. 6 Congress MLAs cross-voted in favor of the BJP's candidate, Harsh Mahajan, who won the polls on a draw of lots in the end because both candidates were completely even, and according to the rules, then the winner is decided through a draw of lots. This also meant that the Congress had lost a few MLAs and their majority could be called into question. Now, those are calls that are going to be taken by Governor, Speaker and the Congress High Command, and the BJP is pushing for the Congress government to resign because they say that this government doesn't enjoy a majority. This is a developing situation. There is a lot more that is yet to happen there. So I will leave it just where it is at the moment and go to another incident, that too in West Bengal, in southern West Bengal, Sandeshkali, North 24 Parganas district, where Shahajahan Sheikh was arrested on the night of Thursday morning, and after being on the run for 55 days. This episode will look at who is Shahajahan Sheikh, why was he on the run, and what impact the events in Sandeshkhali are likely to have on the general elections of 2024. As always, let's straight away push into what happened. Now, first of all, who is Shahajahan Sheikh? Let's start with just who is the main protagonist in this saga. Well, he's a local strongman, a Bahubali as they say in the Hindi heartland, and he's also a TMC leader. He was a nephew of Muslim Sheikh, a district level CPM leader. When the power shifted, Shahajahan Sheikh joined up with the TMC, and he basically began his career as a truck driver and as a guide to trekkers in the area of Sandeshkali and Sarberia. He himself is from Sarberia. These are areas in North 24 Parganas and South Bengal. He soon entered the fish trade, which is very dominating in that region. And he came to control many fish farms. And he is also known as the Matsya Karma Dhyaksha, or in charge of the fisheries in that area. Because he oversees the district's fishery development. On the side by side, in order to peddle influence, he also built up an army of supporters, a kind of a local militia. And that is always an attractive proposition for political leaders who want to win elections. So his influence, therefore, in that region was first spotted by former West Bengal minister and TMC leader Jyotipriya Malik after the TMC came to power in 2011. And Shahajahan Sheikh joined the TMC in 2013, became the district in charge of North 24 Parganas in 2018. He already has 43 FIRs under various cases against him, and he's also been known as the Bahubali, or the strongman of the area, as I had said before. Jyotipriya Malik, his mentor, is now in jail for his alleged involvement in a multi-crore ration distribution scam. Now, it was as an accused in this scam, in fact, that the Enforcement Directorate first visited Sandeshkali on January 5th and wanted to kind of arrest Shahajahan Sheikh. Now, this is when supporters of Shahajahan Sheikh attacked ED officials, and Sheikh has been absconding since then. That's 56 days. And then he got arrested Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Now, another layer was added to the situation when on February 8th, some local women carrying brooms and sticks had blocked the main road of Sandeshkali and demanded the immediate arrest of Shahajahan and his two aides, Shiboprasad Hazra and Uttam Sardar, whom they accused of sexual abuse and harassment. Basically, women in that region had gotten fed up. They alleged that they had been sexually tortured. They were very upset by the fact that the ED officials had been attacked. The state government did nothing to help the ED officials discharge their duties in a case that was going on. So they basically felt that they had no option but to get to the streets and file FIRs themselves on this other issue of sexual harassment, sexual atrocities. And they said this man needs to be put behind bars. And if the state government will not do it, we are going to hit the streets. Now, the next day to that, that's February 8th, February 9th, women protesters attacked Hazra's property and set fire to his poultry farm, which they said had been set up on illegally grabbed land. So there's a lot of stuff locally that had happened, which had set the back of these women against Shahajahan Sheikh. If you want to read a deep, thick description like deep dive into the local equations in that area, what happened, why has this become a big deal, I would suggest that you read my colleague Shiv Sahai Singh's report from Sandeshkhali. It appeared as a ground zero in the Hindu. I'll try and include the links in the show notes when we post this video. But do read that. It gives you a very good perspective. He's spoken to everybody and he gives you a good perspective, a good narrative of what actually happened. And these women came out and they started protesting against Shahajahan Sheikh and his henchmen. They said these guys need to be put away. Now, the simmering anger against Shahajahan was fanned by the failure of the police in apprehending him, because in spite of all these FIRs, in spite of ED, which is a central agency, coming to arrest him, they were being attacked. They said, is there no law and order in the state? Why can't this man give himself up? Now, after Hazra's farm was set ablaze, police imposed prohibitory orders and several women allegedly received threats from TMC goons. The police who had arrested Sardar and Hazra had initially denied allegations that the women were raped, but later filed cases against local TMC cadre. Now, there was an atmosphere of protest and fear in the area, and the BJP took it up in a really big way to attack the Mamata Banerjee-led government in West Bengal. Union Minister for Women and Child Welfare Smriti Irani on February 18th gave weight to the allegations made against Sheikh by the local women, and the BJP, as I said, continue to take up the issue with strength. They have also released a documentary, 20-minute documentary on Sandeshkhali. The National Commission for Women Chairperson Rekha Sharma went and visited the area. And on February 16th, in fact, the Supreme Court agreed to hear a public interest litigation seeking a court-monitored probe by either the Central Bureau of Investigation, which is the CBI, or a SIT, Special Investigation Team, which is a major embarrassment for the TMC government, because basically, if the Supreme Court is hearing a matter which is saying, look, we need this to be transferred to central agencies because the state police is not able to kind of handle the situation, it is an embarrassment to any government led by any party. Now, even though the opposition had been alleging that the Mamata Banerjee government was shielding him, shielding Shahajahan Sheikh, that is, the state government had maintained that he couldn't be arrested because of a stay order on his arrest made by the Calcutta High Court. Now, brushing aside these claims made by TMC leaders that the police were not being able to arrest Shahajahan Sheikh, the High Court on Monday, again to the embarrassment of the state government, said that it hadn't passed any order restraining the police from arresting the TMC strongman. On Wednesday, the court gave the CBI and the ED a green signal to arrest him, and that's what happened. Now, this issue, a conflagration in that area of South Bengal, has, as always in this country, assumed political overtones as well. Now, the firm support of the BJP and the central government bodies like the National Commission for Women, alongside the TMC government looking on helplessly as Sheikh remained absconding for 55 days, has raised political temperatures in that area. The fact that women distressed over sexual atrocities, filed cases and alleged that they were under threat by goons protected by the TMC in the only state in India which has a woman chief minister, became a big issue in the state and nationally as well. The TMC has announced that they have suspended Sheikh from the party, but the damage seems to have already been done. Now, politically, and this is an interesting part, politically in the run-up to the Lok Sabha, the incident has also raised an interesting facet. Now, the BJP in the 2019 elections did quite well. They had a negligent presence in West Bengal for many years. I remember a time when I had first started covering the BJP where BJP was in alliance with the TMC. At that time, the left was in power in West Bengal, and BJP seats, whatever seats they got in alliance with the TMC, they literally had to beg candidates to stand for elections. I mean, that was how much they were not on the ground in the past. But lately, they have made inroads, especially in the 2019 elections, where they won 18 out of the 42 Lok Sabha seats in the state. And but most of these seats were from North Bengal. There's a particular kind of politics that happens in North Bengal, and from the greater Calcutta downwards area, there has not been much of a presence of the BJP, and that was something that the BJP felt it should make up for. This conflagration over Shahajahan Sheikh, his record, his criminal record, the TMC's laggardness in effecting an arrest, and the support of the BJP to the women in that area, the women victims in that area, will give BJP hopes some traction in that area. Now, in the unique political culture of West Bengal, where there are societies and political parties are aligned very closely, and this bond is sometimes enforced by domination and violence by the party cadre, the BJP's aggression may help it break the pattern and win support. Because if you have a very, very domineering sort of political arrangement, only somebody who can take that person on gets the confidence of the people. Only then will people shift. Otherwise, why should they shift and leave themselves vulnerable? This is an issue that will loom large in the general elections for sure. If not in the specifics, people may forget Shahajahan Sheikh, etc., but the lessons that it imparts will be important through the elections, that law enforcement has to be the same for everyone, and that domination beyond a point has its own denouement. This is all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and share if you like this video, and do subscribe and to get alerts on more content of this guide. Thank you very much.